this is the time of the year that we look at, our hopes and our dreams and what's not going right in our life. And a lot of that is looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, I want this next year to be different. I just am not happy with where I'm at with my weight, etc. And it definitely was where I was. It's going to be, Marcia can share her story. I have no doubt that's where she was. I'm just going to add up to here a picture and put that in the queue and actually solo it so you can just see that. That was me. That top left was a year ago when I learned about the ketogenic lifestyle and was so excited to hopefully find something, because I have to tell you, I was eating clean, I was eating organic, I was doing everything in my life that I thought and heard was the right things to do, but I was not able to get rid of that belly, and it was absolutely frustrating me to no end. And you get older, I'm closer to 60, and you just start figuring out that's the way it's going to be. There's nothing else out there. And then comes something that takes your breath away. So my picture is nothing compared to what you're going to hear about. So this gal I'm going to bring on is now a very dear friend to me. We did not know each other prior to April, but we were each going. She lives in Utah. I live in Washington State. We were both going to an event in Denver in April, and I had a room, and I put out a post saying, hey, I've got a place for a roommate, would love to have someone. And Marcia's like, yes, I would love to. I have my friends going to already, their rooms taken, let's do this. So, oh my goodness, that's the beauty of network marketing, direct sales, is that even though you're not even on the same team at all, you can come together with people and just develop these lifelong treasured memories and moments that stay with you. And that was it back in April. I was so proud of her. By then, she was down quite a few pounds and was really praying for more. And she hit a huge milestone recently. And I'm going to let her share that story. So I am about to, so drum roll, brrr, here is my very good and dear friend. Let me get rid of my picture, get that down. Let me bring to the forefront Marcia Ferrin from Draper, Utah. I'm going to show you, my dear. So there you are. So actually, I want to put you on next to me so we're in interview mode that you can see.
Okay.
So I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, great. Yes, I can. I am so excited to hear you and talk to you. I've missed you.
Same here. In fact, I was in Utah back in November, and I saw you back behind me. And then by the time I was ready to go, you had left. I was like, no, I missed giving a hug from Marcia. But I know it was a school night.
Yep. Had to get back home to my kids and get them in bed because they, of course, were still awake. But it was such a pleasure to see you. And I'm super excited to share my story. It has been a miracle for me.
I'm thrilled, and I'm going to actually I have you on. I want to see if there's any. I want people to know you are welcome to ask questions. Is that okay, Marcia?
Yes, absolutely.
Post questions, okay. And so let me go ahead here, and I'm going to actually, I think I have your name on there, so I'm going to hide your name. We've got that there. Awesome. I love this Be Live technology, but it can be cumbersome. So anyway, we have Stacy on here saying hello. Sarah Peace saying hello. Stacy Porper, I never look in the mirror. I'm hoping to change that in 2018, Stacy. Good job, you. And Caitlin, you're on. I'm so proud. Okay, so I will keep an eye on that. So I'm just going to use that. So describe your life a year ago, Marcia. I'm going to give you front and center.
Okay.
Although I don't know if I'm going to make you bigger. Let's see if that works. There we go. There you go. You take it away, Bear.
So a year ago, I was feeling pretty desperate. I topped the scales at well over 300 pounds. So for me, it was pretty tough, and I was pretty miserable. I had decided that since nothing had worked, and you don't get to be well over 300 pounds and not have tried just about every program out there desperately. Either they're too hard to follow, they had too many requirements had to stick to, or you had to work out an insane amount of time that just doesn't fit into. I was a mom, I have 4 kids. So and then I would just feel so much worse about myself, because then I would think, what is wrong with me that I can't even stick to that plan? And so I was feeling so desperate that I had actually talked to my husband, and I told him that he needed to check our insurance so that I could get a gastric bypass. That's where I felt like I was headed. I felt like that was the only hope for me. And the very next day, it might even have been that night. All I know is, like, right after I had talked to my husband and I told him to check into it at work, I got on, and a friend of mine was posting on Facebook, and she had dropped a significant amount of weight. It's my friend Carolyn, and I think she's lost like 85 pounds now, and she looks amazing. And it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I messaged her, and like in tears was like, what are you doing? And she was so sweet. She just called me right then and there and said, hey, you need to know about this program. And I just jumped in with both feet. I didn't care. I just said, what worked on her, I'm just going to go in with both feet. I'm just going to give it everything I got. I had been praying that there had to be something out there that would help me. And because nothing had ever worked, nothing had ever stuck. And so I just started, and I started on this ketogenic diet, which is phenomenal. It's delicious. I still get to eat treats. I still get to eat mostly like a regular person. And the weight just started melting off. I just hit a huge milestone for myself. I wanted to be 100 pounds down by Christmas, and I hit that, I think, 2 days before Christmas. 100 pounds.
That is awesome. And Marcia, pause on this real quick. I want to show here is is it showing? Yeah. So here over to the left this was early on. I mean, this was your before picture. This was, I think, probably maybe in April when we had connected. Possibly this was about that time of this picture.
I was only down about 45, 50, or 60 pounds. Right.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking as well. And then let me get rid of that one down, and let me put up this one that you most recently posted. Oh my goodness. I mean, if everyone can see the photo on the left, you're doing your best at just being happy, right? You're just like, I'm with my family, I'm having a picture taken, and I'm thinking you're probably like, I really don't want my picture taken, but I'm letting it, right? And then on the right.
Yeah, there are not that many pictures of me back then. And that coat, I had to wear 2 coats. We went to go down to go see the lights down in Salt Lake. And I had to wear a hoodie underneath my coat because my coat wouldn't close any more than that. And so here I am, like, just feeling awful. And then you can see me on the right. And that coat is a whole size smaller than the one on the left.
Oh my gosh. And you look happy, and you're beaming, and your face, I mean, it just is so much more slender. I mean, I look at you right now and it's like, oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. You always were gorgeous, right? We're always beautiful, even whatever way we are. But when we're able to chisel the face, especially, and the body, there's just a different resonation from our being. And share with me, I know, and if you'd rather not, just say, you know what, let's skip that one question. But I know that we had tears in our room in April, just over, just life is hard, right? And early on, there's so many of us, when we deal with health issues and weight issues, there's a lot that deals with our mind, and depression is so prevalent. Can you address that? I mean, were you dealing with that at all?
Yeah, I can share. I actually have, if losing 100 pounds wasn't enough of a story, then here's the rest of it. So, my daughter was born, obviously before and after my daughter was born, I ended up getting postpartum depression and anxiety, which was something very new for me and was just so hard. And I ended up gaining a ton more weight on different medications, and I struggled to depression was really hard, and it took a lot of work. And fast forward a few years and I had another son, and I still struggled. I mean, I was doing better, but I wouldn't say I was back to my old self. And so but I have never felt so good now. I take so many of the different Wakaya products to help me, and I mean, I am like taking turmeric like it's going out of style. Like I
Awesome.
love their turmeric. It has helped so much with like my mental clarity, and my helps with my just my depression. And I take kava, and I just, even losing the weight, I think has helped a lot too. It's got an eye detox, which has helped significantly. And I can say I'm feeling better now than I did before I'd even had my anxiety and depression.
Oh my gosh. And that changes everything for your family, for your husband, for your kids, for you. We're just better parents, better moms and
Oh,
wives when that happens. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So it's the ketogenic diet that we're talking about here. Tell me, what was the biggest obstacle that you faced going into that? And then if you can go into what has been the biggest blessing. So obstacle to blessing.
So when I started on the ketogenic diet, I think the biggest obstacle for me was trying to figure out what am I going to eat, because it's completely different than anything that I had ever tried before. And it's not something that you hear a lot about in today's world. And so it just seems to go against everything you've ever heard. But I was so desperate at that point that I didn't even care. I just was going to jump in, and I'm like, it works. I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to follow it. A couple weeks in, I was said to myself, I'm getting really tired of eating meat and cheese, so I really need to figure this out. So I just, and if you really apply yourself, I just kind of applied myself, and I really went to look, and I went to our Facebook pages, the BulaFIT recipes pages, and, you know, and was like, okay, look at all these different things I can eat. I can eat biscuits and gravy. I can eat pancakes. I can eat, crepes with fruit on them. I can have cheesecake. I can have all sorts of different things, which is so amazing, because when you don't feel like you're deprived, then you don't feel like you need to fall off the wagon. You don't need to roll around in the mud for a little bit. You can just keep going on and keep eating. It doesn't have to be so hard. I always thought that dieting had to be so hard, and so much exercising, and it just was never happy. And I'm ecstatic because I'm working out, 20 or 30 minutes a day, and I'm
Oh, that's
making sure I'm
awesome.
just eating, and I don't have to worry about weighing my food. I don't have to worry about counting all my calories. I'm just counting those carbs, and I can count to 20 in my head. So it's a great.
That's awesome. And we'll clarify too, all those foods that you're mentioning you're able to eat, we're using different ingredients
Yes.
that still has them tasting wonderful. And so those incredible healthy fats that it's like what you said, are you kidding me? We get to eat
Yeah.
this? And yeah, not being deprived and being full and satisfied. I love the fact that you're moving and you're being active. That's remarkable because where were you at a year ago? Were you doing any exercise?
Oh no. I mean, exercise. I mean, to tell you the truth, when I first started, and I got which I love, Owen McGibbon. He's our fitness trainer. He's got a workout, and I had to do push-ups for the first thing, and I don't even think it was a real girl push-up. I think I looked more like a bug. I don't even think anything went to the floor but my nose, and my arms were shaking, and I was like, and I could only do, I think, three, and then I was like, I'm done. But you know what? I just kept at it, and it didn't require so much effort that it was impossible. I could modify it so that until actually do it the right way. And I think when you have a plan that allows you to have some flexibility with that, so that it's not like all or nothing, then it means that it's a plan that will create success. And it's been incredible. I still get to enjoy the foods. I eat out all the time. I know a lot of people ask me, oh, you bet you have to do tons of meal planning, and I bet you can't eat out anywhere. To tell you the truth, I eat out way more than I probably could have on any of the other things that I've ever tried, because I can just go in and be like, can I get that burger in a lettuce wrap? So
Yeah. Now, Crown Burger, have you been there?
I love Crown Burger.
Oh my gosh, when I was back there in November, oh, I definitely made a few stops because I missed that. But yeah, it's crazy, the different foods, and there's so many restaurants that are catering to people who want those modifications because they want us to come back. So it's so doable. You mentioned the exercising. So we're going to be real and transparent. What's been your biggest challenge? Or well, you've already said, I guess you have. You already said the obstacles. And what's been the best blessing that you've gotten out of this? Let's say even beyond the weight loss. Share with us what.
I would say there's a few of my blessings that I would put right at the very top. And one of those is that I get to keep up with my kids and my husband. I have one of those husbands that, he went from, in all of our 17 years of marriage, he's gone from a size 32 to a 33, poor guy, and so he's just skinny. And my kids were so busy, and I couldn't do anything before. I mean, going up the stairs to get to the laundry was like a chore. I think I tossed more laundry up the stairs than I ever did carried it up. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything. And I couldn't. Now I can keep up with my kids. We took a vacation this summer, went to Yellowstone, and we did a bunch of hiking. And man, I walked the pants off them. I was first. I'm never first. I was always kind of the one in the back, and I was like, I'll catch up. And this time I'm like leading the way. And that was just so fun for me to be able to do those things with my family instead of taking a back seat and saying, I'll just wait at the bottom. Because a year before, I didn't take those same hikes because I just couldn't make it. And so to be able to do that with my family is incredible. And my second biggest, I think, blessing is I could never understand why my husband could say no to food. Like, he'd be like, I don't feel like that. I was such a slave to my food, but I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know how to stop being a slave to my food. And I can honestly say now that I'm not. I can be like, oh, I just don't feel like that. And that to me is a huge blessing, because I know that I will never have to worry about being that heavy ever again. And this year, I'm so excited. It'll be the last time I ever have to put weight loss on my New Year's resolution. You can't put a price tag on that. And the fact that I probably added 20 years to my life is huge. And that my kids get to see a mom that's overcoming obstacles and challenges and making and fighting hard for what she wants is something that they will always grow up remembering. And I'll actually get to be involved in their activities now.
Oh my gosh. And you've been such an inspiration to all of us, 10,000 people in the BulaFIT Wakaya, the Wakai BulaFIT group here on Facebook. And just what you said, I don't think there's any better role model than we are to our kids. And for you now to just feel that empowerment and that inspiration you're giving to them, and that belief that, oh my gosh, look what my mom did. I have these challenges, or as they get older, they'll bump into challenges and they'll be able to say, wow, I'm going to think back on what mom did. And if mom could do that and she put her mind to it and we were that important to her, then I can do this as well. And it's so powerful. And I know the Keto Fuel, has that been probably your key product for me? And I don't even have it here. But the Keto Fuel is a meal replacement, keto perfect shake. And when we talk about keto, it's 75% to 85% healthy fats, 20% moderate protein, and 5% carbs. And when we talk about carbs, we're not talking about breads and pastas, rice and potatoes. Those are out of our meal plans, but like Marcia has said, there's so much deliciousness out there that we just recreate new
Mm-hmm.
foods that taste like that, like cauliflower, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So to have 2 meals a day, 1 to 2 meals a day already taken care of, the simplicity helped me lose 20 pounds pretty quickly. And we give weight loss, but not a timeline. We stay true to what whatever the governing how you share that information. But so share with us, Marcia, your key products. And we are talking with Kaya. This is another, we're being really transparent with the ketogenic lifestyle. This has been around for over 100 years. A doctor developed it to help with childhood epilepsy, and because it's so good and healthy for our brains, it's now being really seen as being, from physicians, not us, as being something to help with Alzheimer's, diabetes reduction, or even avoidance, cancer, just because we're getting rid of that bad stuff that the cancer cells gravitate to, and that's the sugar and carbs. So there's so much goodness about the ketogenic diet. We didn't invent it. You can Google it, but we've perfected the keto lifestyle with products that are unlike anything out there, that help to simplify what can be, especially early on, complex. But I've been on this diet, this meal plan, this lifestyle now for almost just under a year, and I'm not going back. So like Marcia said, she's not going to be having the resolutions after this year. She's going to finish this year with her complete weight loss goals. But it's just living life, and you feel so good, you don't want to go differently. So share with us what products you've really focused on, and then we'll close it out.
So some of my absolute favorite products that they do is, I have two that I always recommend that I think just are so beneficial and supportive to the ketogenic life. Like you said, I mean, the ketogenic diet's been around for a really long time, and it's an amazing lifestyle. You're going to feel fantastic. I've never felt so good. If I ever have like a snack accident day or something like that, which are very far and few in between, which is a really good testament just how well and easy it is to stick to, because I don't have those hardly ever. And but I love the keto fuel because I don't have to guess. It already has the perfect macros in there. Or even if let's say I I don't even think that's a word, swung through Chick-fil-A or something, and I want to get myself like a bacon chicken wrap. So I know that might be a little bit protein heavy. So then I just make up a shake and drink it with it so that I can get my fat up there. It's not very complicated. That shake, one, it tastes like cake batter, like cinnamon cake batter. So it's delicious. So it's not a chore to drink. I love it. And I can carry it with me in my purse. They have travel packs. So I just keep one with me all the time, because if you are out and about, or if you're in a hurry, those are the times that you kind of want to cheat. Those are the times you're like, oh, I'm so hungry, but I don't have anything with me. I need to grab something. You can take that shake with you, take it up. I mean, I've even had times where I stuck it in a regular water bottle because I didn't have a shaker cup with me, and it worked just fine. My second favorite product is their burn capsules. Those are incredible. I love them. And for one, I know some people worry about getting the keto flu. I personally have never felt the effects of the keto flu in taking with the burn caps, so I don't have to worry about that. And they give me amazing energy, and so I can just even more energy. So my poor husband, he's just got to keep up with me even more now. Um, but the other thing that I love is they help cut cravings even more. Living a ketogenic diet helps cut those cravings. But when you combine that with their burn capsule, when I'm not thinking about food, then I'm not tempted to eat the things that I shouldn't. I'm hungry when I'm hungry, and when I'm not hungry, I'm not thinking about food. And that's amazing to me, because I used to only think about food. I used to think about when I was going to get my next snack, or if I ate that, it would make me feel a little bit better about myself, or, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. And those are some of my favorite products that Wakaya Perfection has. that has
Yeah.
been key to my successes.
That's awesome, and keep you on track. Here's the Keto Fuel Shake packets that are the individual. I love that, Marcia, and so many key things. I'm going to scroll down for comments that you have brought up. Have been awesome. Let me go ahead and bring up a few comments here. Stacey, I'm going to look just above here. I'm ready to start in January. I'll have to send you a PM to see what kid to start with. I love that. I'm tired of being sick and tired. Oh, and Heidi, good friend Heidi, how much did you lose? Okay, so I don't know if she heard. So go ahead and for Heidi.
All right, so I
sure.
down actually 101 pounds.
Man, oh my gosh, that's remarkable. So now Heidi has another question. So what do you do every day for food? So we know you do the shakes. So what do you do outside of that?
So here are some of the top, things that I eat off the top of my head. So a lot of people think that it's really weird or crazy. And, I eat biscuits and gravy for breakfast. I eat pancakes for breakfast. I have crepes with fruit and whipped cream for breakfast. Sometimes for lunches, I make pizza. I have chili cheese dog bakes. I have, Parmesan crusted tilapia smothered in Alfredo sauce, and I'll eat that with a loaded salad. So I'll have a salad that actually tastes good. So it's got bacon on it, it's got eggs on it, it's got avocados in it, and sunflower seeds on it, and full fat dressing on top. So my salad actually tastes good. I don't feel like I'm just living like a rabbit. And when your food tastes good, it's a pleasure to eat it. And I can go pretty much anywhere and get anything that I need. It's been a true lifesaver for me. And I love living keto. I will live keto for the rest of my life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Heidi even said, good job, good job. So even for me, just to share, like for Christmas, this might be for you as well. My daughters and I was a single parent as they grew up. We had this tradition that their husbands and all of us are continuing, and that's cinnamon rolls, French toast for breakfast with sausage and bacon.
That.
Isn't that, yeah. So this year is like, okay, I can't destroy, because we had this holiday fitness challenge that got us through Halloween and Thanksgiving. And I know, Marcia, you did well as well. It's like, you know what? We're not going with the old ways. So I found a keto friendly cinnamon roll recipe. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So yesterday morning they had their big, beautiful looking cinnamon roll French toast, and I had my little ones, and they were so good. It was like no regrets, when you can do this and have frosting on it. And then what else was I gonna share? And then made pork tenderloins coated with almonds. And you can Google any food that you're wanting to have that you're used to and say keto whatever, and it'll come up all these recipes. The thing that you want to make sure you do is you have those 2 servings of healthy fats every meal. And that's going to be the key, because like Marcia said, we turned our way of thinking totally upside down. So we've been told no fats, no butter, no bacon, cut off, just lean cuts of meat. And now it's like totally the opposite. It's like how our grandparents and great grandparents used to eat before, all the food industry started telling us, no, salt's bad. No, we need the salt. Fats are bad. No, healthy fats are so good for our brain. So what about you? What are your recipes that maybe you've stumbled over this holiday time that's blown you away, that you stayed keto and yet you were able to eat this great food?
Yep. So normally we have our counters. I love the brownie cheesecake. That is like a go-to for me. I make that all the time. Or chocolate mousse. We'll make chocolate mousse.
Well, I need the brownie cheesecake recipe right now. Okay, go ahead. So you have a chocolate mousse.
I love quick desserts too. Things that are really simple. You can make I have a recipe for a no bake keto lime cheesecake, and it is so good. And it's just, you make a crust out of almond flour and butter, and then you whip up cream cheese and whipping cream, and you put some key lime juice in there, and I just divide it up. I know that each one of those is about a carb, and I put those in the fridge, and I can just snack on those whenever I want.
Oh my gosh.
So for the holidays, a lot of people want like, like pumpkin pie. You can make a keto pumpkin pie. I made keto pumpkin cake muffins, and I would eat those with frosting on top, with cream cheese frosting. And I would eat those every morning for breakfast. So I'd have pumpkin cake for breakfast.
Which is crazy. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I want some of those recipes. And then you live right there with Jennifer Winder, the keto
Yes.
queen chef. And it's just, yeah, I love the pumpkin roll. So those are great things. Now, definitely, you're going to be watching this on, it's going to be on Marcia's timeline. We're going to make sure it gets over on her timeline. It's on mine. Others may be sharing this with you who are other ambassadors with the Wakaya Perfection. Get back with the person who shared this with you,
Yeah.
the person you know. That's really important to every one of us. It's the Wakaya way that we do. And we want to share just in these last closing minutes is you've heard Marcia's amazing story of going from being 300 pounds to losing over 100 pounds already. She looks fabulous, going from, that depression and feeling so much better about herself, hiking Yellowstone and beating her family. First time. I mean, those are huge, huge pluses for 2017. And there's many of you probably thinking, oh, that could never be for me, or, oh, I wish I had that end story. I wish, because I'm at Marcia's beginning, I'd like her end story. We have the BulaFIT Paradise Pack that has the canister. That's 30 meals that you get. There's the burn capsules. Both of these are Marcia's two favorite products, and I have to say they're mine as well. She's mentioned the ginger and turmeric. There's the Bula Bobble that helps with the hydration, because when we're losing weight, we need to focus on sleep, hydration, stress levels down, and eating good, healthy keto meals. And so you get a bunch of different things. It's fabulous. So rather than 300, it's at 250, and you're getting about probably $350, close to $400 worth. And then we have the Warrior Pack going on with 100 discount. These end on Sunday. New Year's Eve, they will be over. And this one gives you the canister for 30 meals, plus it's actually the individual packets that for 30 meals. So you get 60 meals, you get a couple of the Bula Bobbles, you get some of the NutriCaps that we have for our Bula Bobbles that help with more health, healthy ways of being healthy, let's say. 2 of the burn capsules, ginger, turmeric, and other things as well. It goes here. You're going to ask Marcia for her link, or my link, or whoever's that you have has shared this with you. Get with them and say, what's your website? Let me go to it. I do want to emphasize something. These discounts can be for retail, preferred customer, or ambassador pricing, but this is it. You're wanting to lose weight, correct? And if this works like it has for me, it has for Marcia and hundreds, thousands of others with Wakaya, then you're going to want to keep having these products because they're food, right? It's not just a drink that you're adding to your budget. The Keto Fuel is actually cutting down your budget drastically. So to get wholesale pricing, this is what I highly recommend. You add the ambassador kit. Now, this is not saying you're doing this as a business. Please get that. Really emphasize. This is not saying you're going to do the business and but the fact is you want wholesale pricing, right? Let's save 20% off. That's huge on your budget, correct? So the $50 ambassador kit actually is reduced 50%, so it's actually only $25. And when you do that, you have access to the wholesale pricing for a whole year. Sorry about my cat. He likes to talk during my videos. You get wholesale pricing for the year. Next year will be $25, and you can continue that, gain the wholesale pricing for all of our products anytime. And you don't have to be doing the business, and you don't have to be on auto ship, and you don't have to order every single month to stay active. We don't do any of those. But I have several people on my team that just said, you know what, I have no interest in doing the business, but they came in with the BulaFIT Warrior Packs because they knew those were the biggest values. And so they wanted the most product to get them on their health journey and their goals. The cutest thing, especially one, Cheryl, if you're watching this, I love your story. No interest in the business. Well, she's dropped 40, if not 50 pounds, looking amazing, loves the lifestyle, the keto lifestyle. It's really helped change her life as well. And she's able to share it. She didn't have to do anything different. She didn't have to go and buy the $50 ambassador kit to now get the wholesale pricing and be commission qualified. So, so just want to share that. That is not the emphasis of this. And I want to bring Marcia back up. Right. So with that in mind, Marcia, can you close us out? Just if anyone's just still watching and watching this as a replayed, what can you share with them?
You know what? I would just say I never thought that I would ever get to 100 pounds down. And the journey before me, looking at, I mean, you got to remember, I still got some journey left. And so for me, looking at that journey, I'm looking at, 150, 160 pounds that is my total journey when it gets to the end. And I was just praying that maybe I'd lose 50. But the BulaFIT program so over delivered that I am currently.
Oh no. I think, oh, shoot. I think we lost Marcia because I think her power did die. She's sitting there in her car. Marcia, you're awesome. So you were hearing her say that she didn't believe that she could get to where she is today. And it's just started. She still has more and weight loss to lose. And it's just part of that lifestyle that she's living. But you heard the rest, the foods that she's eating. We'll definitely grill her for getting those recipes, because Heidi, I saw your message there. I'll put that up there. Yummy, can you share the recipes? I will make sure. And just give Marcia some big hugs on this feed here, and get back with the person who ever shared this with you and say, hey, I'm ready to get started. It's almost 2018. Let's take care. Let's get on one of those smaller, the bigger Paradise packs, and get my product coming, and who knows, you could be a Marcia next year. I'll have you on and I'll be interviewing you. So Marcia, I appreciate you so much, girl. I'm so sorry that you dropped off, but I value you so much. I know you just worked a long day. You haven't gotten home to your family. Thank you for your sacrifice. And for everyone out there, God bless. Finish out this 2017 strong. Love your family to death. Hold them close at night. We just never know. Every day is a gift, right? And I'm just wishing you the very best success, health, financial, whatever is your goal for 2018. May it be the very best year for you and your family. God bless, and I'll see you on another live video. Take care. Bye-bye.